everyone, I'm Nicole Boone and welcome to Conversations with Nicole. Well, if you love animals, then you're really going to enjoy this episode of Conversations with Nicole. I'm thrilled to have Bill and Jennifer Donahue of Murrells, Inlet, South Carolina. They are the founders of Keep Our Pets Food Bank in Murrells Inlet. And the goal of this nonprofit organization is to help struggling families keep their pets by providing food as often as once a month. And I am just delighted to have both of you on the show. You're two of the most caring people I've ever known. And Jennifer, you and I go way back with our friendship. So it's good to see you both.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us and inviting us.
You bet. Well, when I was thinking about conversations I wanted to have, I thought I really want to talk to Jennifer and Bill about what you're doing to help families keep their pets. We often think about people having to surrender their pets, and you probably thought, hey, let's help them keep their pets because our fur babies are so important to us. Talk about how this all came about.
Well, in 2012, I was married, and my wife was an adoption coordinator for a pet food bank, a shelter. And we began to see elderly people mostly surrendering their pets. So I began to interview them and find out why. And their first question to me or answer to me was that they had been given a Social Security check every month, which most elderly people that are retired are on. However, that check keeps getting smaller and smaller and shorter, and they eventually feel that they're closed in and they can't feed the pets properly because pet food is actually more expensive than people food. Yeah. And, they also felt that if they surrendered their pets to a shelter, that the shelter could find that pet a better home, which I disagreed with. So our goal began to keep the pets out of the shelter system and keep them in their homes. And we find that we can do that two ways: by feeding the pets, supplying food to these people, and also if this turns into what we think it will, we're going to look into helping them with spay and neutering and their veterinary care as well. Because if you can't afford the food, you can't afford the veterinary care for your pets. So, and the most important thing of all is that comfort, that love that those pets give those people, and vice versa. Yeah. Everybody wins in this thing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, I think it is truly a win-win. I have a rescue dog, and I think about the comfort that he brings me. And if I thought I couldn't take care of him, the first thing that probably would come to mind is I need to find him a new home. But what a void in my life that would be. And for these people who find the comfort with their animals, you're helping them be able to keep those animals at home. And Jennifer, I know how much you love animals. This has to be something you enjoy immensely, to be able to help people and their pets.
And it's a blessing. And his wife passed away before they even got to have the grand opening, which I read cards at, but I had known Bill's daughter through Coastal Animal Rescue and her love of animals, my love of animals. So it was like a great blessing when I got to have this chance to work with Keep Our Pets Food Bank. Yeah. And I'm like the greeter, the media director, and the one, the entertainment, whatever, but how much I love animals, and Bill does. And I also know personally that animals that I rescued really rescued me.
100%.
I also had struggles with like affording all the food and the veterinary care. And I've seen it with people that may be elderly, they live alone. I've delivered Meals on Wheels. I'd go in homes and I'd see an elderly person with a little chihuahua in a baby pen, or cats on the counter, and that's all that they see every day.
Right.
So it's great to be able to help people.
Wonderful.
Imagine being in the twilight of your life and having to give up your best friend.
I know. I can't imagine. And you
don't want that to happen.
No. And so talk about the process of how people can come to you and get the food, and share some stories of of some of your clients.
Me? Okay.
Sure.
Well, they find us through Facebook, through the organizations that help others, A Helping Hand, people post it, and we receive a lot more clients than we do donations, and or we also need help and volunteers, but we love it. And people come in, we have a lot of disabled veterans, and it's so rewarding to see them with their dog or their service dog or therapy dog. And everybody's dog or cat is a therapy animal. They're just not maybe registered.
That's true. That's very true.
One lady, Mrs. Tucker, who you saw the picture of, I gave her flowers a few weeks ago, and she will bake Bill pound cake. She's one of the first clients, and she comes after church on her Sunday, and it's just so great to see how happy people are when we can give them the best of foods like Fancy Feast, Purina, whatever.
Right.
They have special needs. We have the special pet food, and they're just, some people cry. So it is truly rewarding when you see people like, I've lost my home.
Yeah.
I was in a domestic violence situation. I had to leave. I don't want to, I don't have any food for my pet right now, and we're able to help.
So what is the process? Do they just, or is there an app? If anyone comes and they're in need, you're there to help, and you can obviously tell they wouldn't be there if they didn't need the help, and tell them you're located where in Murrells Inlet?
We're on 4764 Highway 17 bypass south, which is right by Waukesha Road and the 17 bypass. And we're about a quarter mile south of there in a little plaza called the Live Oak Center.
Yeah.
And you come there every Sunday from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. and you fill out an application. We need three things from you. We need to know that your income is.
Yes.
We need to know what proof of residency or your address, which usually we get right off your driver's license, or an electric bill or anything like that. And then we like to see some veterinary care receipts if you've had them spayed or neutered, and so that we know that you are taking care of the pets and that they are your pets. And then we set you up with an account, and you come out once a month, and you get what we term as a month's supply of food for whatever that animal is, and that's based on weight and what the pet's like.
Yeah.
Because just like us, things change, and now we're talking about rotational feeding, they call it now, where your pet likes different foods, just like we do.
Sure.
Can you imagine eating a cheese sandwich every day for the rest of your life? You get old.
Might get kind of boring. That's right.
Yeah, and it's not good for your body to
Right.
have the same thing. You need a variety of food, and so do the pets. So we find out that they are a lot healthier. So one of the things we do is education. We like to teach them the proper way to feed their pets, the proper kind of foods that their pets should have. And so we educate them as we go along. We also supply bowls and leashes and collars and things like that people donate us. We just give them and
Sweaters.
to them anything that the pet can need. If we have it, they're welcome to it.
That's wonderful.
Puppy pads.
I love that. Well, and of course, that leads me to my next question, which is you need donations, and you're also having a hard time right now getting enough cat food because of aluminum cans and maybe COVID issues with shipping.
Correct. Yeah, we don't really know what the issues are. We get our food donated. We have to pay the freight, and we have to do the freight twice because we ship it 300 miles from our location, and then we have to go get it there. And we recapture that as a donation, and we use that to buy more food. And it's only 15 cents a pound. So if you can imagine buying a 22-pound bag of high-end dog food, which is primarily what we always have is grain-free high-end foods,
Right.
like Nutro and Blue and
Yeah.
foods like that. Because we found traits through the shelter systems that we're affiliated with, that the better the food the animals eat, the healthier they are, and the lower the veterinary bills are.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Right. And we try to supply everything that a person could need for their pets, so that they won't have to surrender them.
Right. And that's the ultimate goal, so that they can keep their pets. So if people want to donate, just maybe contact you through the website or through Facebook, and you'll take whatever they're willing to donate, right?
$1 can
They
buy
can
how
come
many
in on
pounds of
Sunday.
pet food?
$1 can 140 pounds.
What? $1? That's amazing. Well, there has surely to goodness there would be folks that would want to help out. And I know you also maybe go to community events as well. You put up your tents to add, to let people know that you're in the community. But about how many people do you think on average you have come in, say, once a month?
We have about 1,100 clients on the books. Active at any given time, we're usually around 500 to 600.
Gracious, you are helping so many people and their pets.
We do about 5,000 pounds of food a month.
That is incredible. Well, I know, tell me what you told me before we actually started the interview about your thought on life and giving back. I think this is important.
Well, I always believe that everyone in our community, imagine a world where everyone in the community picked one thing, one positive thing to give back to the community, especially for those people who've been fortunate, such as myself, and do that and do it well. If we did that, we could wipe out famine.
Yeah, that almost brings tears to my eyes because I think that you are such a giving individual, and I know Jennifer's a giving individual, and together you guys are doing some great things. And I know that she is so excited to be helping you in your mission that you originally started, because it does involve animals, because she loves animals. And we all know, I feel animals bring so much joy to our lives, and I can't imagine a world without them. And so for what you're doing to help people to be able to keep their precious pets, I think is so admirable and tremendous and so giving. So thank you for what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And we're wanting to, as we told you, we want to expand. We're hoping to do much, much more. And we're praying that's going to happen, and we believe it's going to happen. And we're very excited about it. We're a small group, but we have some couple volunteers that are helping that love animals too. And we really feel like we're growing and moving. And that's what we want to devote ourselves to.
Well, I thank you so much for what you're doing in the community. I just know it's making a difference. I just the numbers that you shared alone are unbelievable. How many people and their pets that you guys are helping. And keep up the great work. Let's have another conversation down the road when anything new and exciting happens. And from my heart to yours, I appreciate you so much and what you're doing. And I think that you guys are making the world a better place, no doubt. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Nicole. We'll keep trying.
Yes. And of course, folks, you can find out about Keep Our Pets Food Bank on Facebook and online, and contact them if you want to help them out as well. So, all right. Thank you again, guys. I appreciate you.
We want to thank everyone in the community who has helped us in the past and will help in the future.
100%. And folks, that's going to do it for this edition of Conversations with Nicole. Until we meet again, we hope you have a great day.